Welcome to the All Around Joe podcast, where we optimize your human performance from my personal experience as an athlete, coach, and all-around self-improvement junkie. On this edition of the All Around Joe podcast, we're going to be doing my annual holiday eating attack plan because we have Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's coming right up. So every year around this time, I like to release a new podcast about how you can get through the holidays without gaining any body fat that you do not want, and maybe even putting on a little bit of muscle or getting leaner depending on what your goals are. How does that sound? I think it sounds pretty cool, and having done it for like 10 years myself now, I am very confident in the results that this holiday eating attack plan can get you. If you would like to boost your holiday eating attack plan, check out the Get Better Project. The Get Better Project is my online training program that is designed for people that want to work out with very minimal equipment or no equipment at all. And you get to hire me as your coach. So if you have any questions as it relates to working out, nutrition, you want video reviews done, any of that stuff, that's included at the Get Better Project. So if that sounds like something you would like to do, head over to getbetterproject.com/getbetter and you can sign up today. We'd love to have you. The program is growing. It's been incredibly fun to work with people. And we even just started launching nutrition templates. So you not only get daily workouts that can be done with very minimal equipment or no equipment 5 days a week, but you also get nutrition templates based off of what your goals are. You can get nutrition review done using MyFitnessPal. You can get video review done for your movements, all of that stuff. It's basically everything that I've wanted in a program that I haven't been able to find, and you can get it all for $40 a month. So head over to getbetterproject.com to get started with that. And we'd love to have you. All right, guys. Since this is also coming in before Thanksgiving and Black Friday, make sure that you are on my Feel Good Friday email list that you can join at allaroundjoe.com, because I'm going to be sharing all of the top discounts that I'm getting sent to me that I'm going to share with you. So if you're looking, to pick up some new shoes, some new lifters, some of the top supplements, and getting the best deals of the year, I highly recommend that you're on my email list that you can join at allaroundjoe.com. Pretty much any of the emails will get you into the Feel Good Friday, or any of the email submission forms will get you into the Feel Good Friday. And then I will share those discounts with you. One that has already been posted that is a fantastic deal, which is like the best deal of the year, is the InsideTracker.com deal, where you can get your blood testing done and get $200 off their ultimate package by using the code Cheers All Around Joe. So if you'd like to get a jump start on that right now, head over to Inside Tracker and start getting your ultimate package for $200 off with the code Cheers All Around Joe. That's when Emily and I buy all of our Inside Tracker packages for the year, is during this sale. So I highly recommend you do it as well. And it's the product that I recommend everybody gets. So let's jump right into the holiday eating attack plan. I'm going to lay this all out for you guys so that you can get the best results absolutely possible. And if you need more help, join the Get Better Project. So this plan, like I said, is designed for people that don't want to put on any fat and maybe even gain some muscle or get leaner during the holidays. Most people have all these parties and all of these events. So this is going to apply to every single one of those, but you have to start this plan as soon as you possibly can, because we need to get your body going into fat burning mode. So if you're not doing exercise right now, this is where you need to start. You need to start doing exercise for preferably 5 days a week, and it needs to be pretty intense exercise. We need you to get after it, because that's going to rev up your engine, meaning it's going to make your body a fat burning machine. And we need to get that in place before we get to the holiday season and all of these crazy parties. But it will also benefit you for the rest of your life as well. So if you're not doing that, I'm guessing you are, since you're listening to this podcast, or maybe someone referred you to this podcast because you need to get yourself into shape, and that's cool as well. We're here to help you. We are going to help you. You just have to take the action for yourself. So like I said, you need to start working out now. These workouts need to be high intensity style workouts with great form. We don't want you to get injured. Form is of paramount, but you need to be doing them at high intensity for you. These are kind of like interval style training workouts, like I said, for preferably 5 days a week. And usually they're going to last from around 20 to 60 minutes, not in total amount of working time, but for the whole duration of the workout. So for example, at the Get Better Project, one day we might have a workout that only lasts like 5 to 10 minutes, but it's very high intensity. But there's also a warm up. There's going to be a cool down. There's going to be maybe even a strength piece that's involved in that. So just the high intensity piece is 5 to 10 minutes, but we're preparing the body for that. So it ends up at, lasting 30 minutes or something like that. Or some days it's a longer workout that lasts 30 minutes, but you have, 15 minutes to prepare for that. So we need to be doing that 4 to 5 days a week. And it could be the Get Better Project, or it could be any other CrossFit style high intensity training program that preferably is constantly varied multi-joint movements like CrossFit style is. Huge fan of CrossFit. That's how I gotten most of my most effective training, as well as from other things. If you guys don't know, kinesiology degree from San Diego State University. I'm a certified strength conditioning specialist. Having trouble talking today, which isn't great because I'm a podcast host, but I'm also CrossFit Level 1 certified. And I've had several other certifications over the years. Just feel like CrossFit is about the best one that is out there. And then, obviously reading a lot, trying to read about a book a week these days. So you're going to train 20, 60 minutes a day, 4 to 5 days a week. You're going to use this high intensity program. Next rule is that you do not eat any processed foods, okay? Nothing that you think would be processed unless it's a supplement that's going to be adding to your benefit. So like anything that you think has to be processed, you're basically going to be looking for unprocessed things such as like meats and vegetables and fruits, those types of things, okay? So usually around the outside of the store, the unprocessed style things, we don't want them to come in boxes or packages right now. And yes, there are things like that that can work, that are processed, that are not going to be terrible for you and actually going to help you. But for right now, we want to keep this as simple as possible. So let's make all of our meals ourselves and let's keep them unprocessed. You should shoot for roughly 33% of your calories coming from protein, fat, and carbohydrates. And you're going to set up the number of calories you're going to be eating based off of your protein number. So you can open up an app, MyFitnessPal, or any other app that's going to do the percentages for you. You just have to have, it's very, very much easier to do it that way because the calculations are different for proteins, fats, and carbohydrates for the calories that you're going to be having. So open up MyFitnessPal and put in your goal of your ideal body weight. So let's say you want to weigh 130 pounds. You would have 130 grams of protein in there, and then you would put everything else at, they probably won't let you do 33.3%. So you might have to do 33 or 35 and then 35 and then 30 for go 35 and carbohydrates, 35 protein, and 30 fat, and go from there unless it will let you do the 33. So you're just trying to do about the same number of calories from each proteins, fat, and carbohydrates. And like I said, they're coming from very high quality, non-processed things, preferably also organic, non-GMO, non-contaminated styles of food, because you're going to get better results from those particular things. Next up, using intermittent fasting. So I know that I've talked about this before, but this is a great way to help your body get primed for burning more fat. It's going to help you to do all kinds of things, including it's been shown to increase testosterone, which is a good thing for males and females. And how you're going to do intermittent fasting is going to be 14 to 16 hours. So that means you're going to have a 10 to 18 hour eating window throughout the day, which what mine looks like is I will not eat until about 12 noon, and then I will eat from 12 noon to 8 p.m. and then repeats, okay? And during that particular time, I'm just trying to get a well-rounded amount of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates at each feeding. I'm not really too concerned with trying to load up any particular timing things or anything like that. So we're going to keep it nice and easy, non-processed things that meet our goal of our 33 or even amount of calories for proteins, fats, and carbohydrates based off of your protein at your ideal body weight. Okay. If you have any questions about that, hit me up. Let me know. Happy to take a look at what your ideal number should be if you're having trouble understanding what I'm talking about. Then you're going to drink enough water. So water is going to prime your body. It's going to be very helpful for your body, and you need to get enough water. People rarely drink enough water, and I'm not talking about things that have water in them. I'm talking about only water from a bottle. Okay. So we're going to shoot for 0.5 to 0.75 ounces per pound of ideal body weight. So what that means is if you weigh 200 pounds, you're going to be drinking 100 ounces or to 150 ounces of water per day. Okay, that's what you're shooting for. Also, first thing in the morning you're going to do is you're going to drink 32 ounces of water. So you have a 32 ounce water bottle or 16 ounce times 2, and you're going to drink that first thing when you get up. It will not only do a great job at helping you to get hydrated right first thing in the morning because you have handy water for your sleep, but it will also get your bowel movements going. So you are welcome. Next up, we're going to show you an example or tell you about an example here of what a day would look like. So let's say you wake up around 7 a.m., you're going to drink your 32 ounces of water, then you're going to have your coffee. We're not going to include it in the fast. So if you can have as much black coffee, only black coffee, no sugar, no cream, as you would like to, you're going to cook breakfast or lunch, depending on what time of day it is, 16 hours after the last time that you ate, which could be 8 p.m. That might look like 3 eggs with some coconut oil, 4 cups of spinach or kale. And if you're not lactose intolerant, you can even add some cheese in there. So some high quality cheese is not necessarily a bad thing. Then maybe you take off, you go to work, or let's say that you cooked that breakfast and you went to work, and then you're going to eat it at 12 noon or however you're going to decide to have your 8 to 10 hour eating window. You're going to keep a water bottle at your desk at all times is going to be incredibly important to make sure that you get the amount of water that you need. You should be sipping on it all day long. People tell me that they have to pee too much when they drink this much water. Well, you should be peeing that much. I usually pee about once an hour, and that is about where you should be. Then you should cut off your water intake timer. You should meet your water intake goal by about 3 hours before you're going to go to bed, because that will help you to get as much of the water out of your body before you go to sleep, and you won't have to wake up so much during the night to have to go to the bathroom. So anybody that says that I wake up a whole bunch of times to go to the bathroom to pee is usually drinking water too close to the time that they go to bed. And people will say, "Oh, I'm getting older," and blah blah blah. And when I find out, having talked to them and asked them questions, they're just not following good rules in order to not have to pee during the night. Yes, there are some medical conditions that people have, but the majority of the time, they're just not using good standard practices in order to not have to pee during the middle of the night. So there you have it. Here's a rule that I usually will take in order to drink enough water is during my water drinking window, every time I go to the bathroom, I will go back to my water bottle and take 5+ big gulps. Just to make sure that I am triggering to drink more water whenever I go to the bathroom. I want you to snack on all kinds of nuts, I think almonds, cashews, Brazil nuts are fantastic. And you can even, if you're going to snack on nuts, you could even have some fruit too, if that's going to benefit, or vegetables going to benefit. So that would be like some snacks. Then lunch would be a large salad, usually with something like the Green Goddess dressing, which is fantastic. We're looking for our dressings to have 5 grams of sugar or less, usually olive oil or vinaigrette, something like that. Stay away from breads, those type of things. Ask for no croutons, get meat in there, lots of veggies. Then we might have another snack in between lunch or before a workout. And that could be some fruit and some nuts. Again, maybe a protein shake and some fruit. That is what I like to have pre-workout. Then you're going to go do your workout. And your workout doesn't have to be here. It could be any time during the day, and that'd be 100% fine. So it could be in the morning. It could be in the afternoon. Whenever you're going to get it done, just make sure it follows those principles of high intensity, 20 to 60 minutes. Then you have dinner, which could be, meat, chicken, pork, broccoli, some high quality butter, Kerrygold, cauliflower, whatever suits you best. If you've done Inside Tracker, you probably know what foods you should be having. Like I personally wouldn't have steak because I know that it raises my iron levels to a point that are not healthy for me. So there's a reason to get Inside Tracker. Then that would be about, or should be close to the amount of calories you need for throughout the day. At the end of the day, you look at what you need to fill in, and you can have that for your dessert. For me, it's usually going to be like oatmeal and a banana and, maybe a Perfect Bar. Then I am going to shut it off for the rest of the day and go to bed. So sleep is also going to be a big important factor of this. If you haven't listened to any of my sleep podcasts, basically just make sure you're sleeping in a cold environment with a totally blacked out room that is quiet. That's going to be incredibly important, and making sure that you don't drink enough water or too much water close to bed. So what we're going to talk about, though, on the big eating day is you're going to make sure that you have, and this is the biggest point, guys, here. You're setting yourself up by revving your engine before you get to the big eating day. Let's call it Thanksgiving. We're usually going to have the eating 3 p.m. or so. That's usually normal, but it doesn't really matter what time it is. The most important thing here, guys, is that you're going to do a workout before what we call the big feed on this day. And this could qualify for any particular time of year for any event, but we're using Thanksgiving and Christmas as the example here. You are going to set yourself up by having a very intense workout or an intense workout before you eat. What this is going to do is going to kick your body into a new zone because you've already fired up your metabolism by working out prior for a few weeks or longer, and then you're going to have your metabolism jacked before you have this big meal. And people underestimate how important and how beneficial this is. It can literally change your body from putting on a whole bunch of body fat from overeating to, if you have the right type of workout, actually building a better, leaner body from the actual food that you're going to be eating. So you're trying to not have any kind of bad foods leading up to this big eating day. And then when the day comes, you're going to gorge yourself, and that's totally fine. But you need to prime yourself. So a good workout example, if you don't have any weights, which a lot of times people are like, oh, I can't go to the gym, and that's totally fine. So we got you covered here. Workout example, you're going to warm up with 3 rounds of 20 squats, 20 jumping jacks, 20 arm circles, 10 push-ups, 3 rounds of that. Then the actual workout or pre-gorging workout could be something like this. 3 rounds as fast as you can with good form. 10 full burpees, that means chest to the ground, jumping up and clapping overhead with everything in line on this bum burpees that are not standing up all the way. 20 sit-ups or V-ups. I actually like V-ups, or even if you could do toes to bar, that would be better. Hands must touch above the head and then touch your shoes or feet at the top, depending on what movement you're doing. And then 40 walking lunges, 20 each leg. So you do something like that for 3 rounds as fast as you can. It's going to prime your body to be in a position to utilize the food for building muscle and burning fat as best as you possibly can. So that's the workout that you can do without having any equipment. Any equipment. If you have equipment, then go ahead and use it and put it in there. And if you need even workout examples, I can give those for you. But I know that most of you are going to be like at your parents' house or at your own home, and you're going to sneak away and do this food before the food is being made, or while the food is being made. The ideal component, or the super best way that you could do this, is doing this workout 1 to 2 hours before that eating. That would be the ideal. But any time before is going to be so good for you to prime your body to actually utilize the food in a way that's not going to put on body fat. Trust me, this is such a major hack that you can do in order to stay in good shape during these big feeding days. This is your holiday eating attack plan. So then the next day, you're going to move right back into what you're doing before. You're not going to fall off. And what that's going to do is you're going to continue to crush it through the holidays. All right. Holy smokes. I think that's it, guys. It's super easy. It is not hard to do. And the most important thing, like I want to mention, is that you prime your body by working out and eating well before the big eating day or event, and then you have your hard workout the day of. Don't skip that hard workout the day of. It is incredibly important that you do something hard before that massive feed. All right? Incredibly important. And I emphasize that enough. Incredibly important. So bodybuilders have been using this trick for years and years and years, and I just shared it with you. Like I said, if you have any questions about this, let me know. But you're basically going to be jumping from doing this style and this type of preemptive holiday eating attack plan through the holidays. And I guarantee if you follow this to a T, you will actually come out the other side in January in better shape, looking and feeling better than you did when you started. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. Like I said, if you join the Get Better Project, we're going to be setting people up for this automatically. So you just have to follow the program. But you don't need to be in the Get Better Project to take advantage of this. And let me know if you have questions about it at all. If you want to join the Get Better Project, you can do so by going to getbetterproject.com/getbetter, and we will get you started today. Make sure that you have joined my email list at allaroundyou.com, where I will be sending out all of the best deals for this holiday coming up with Black Friday and all of that stuff, so that you can take advantage of the best stuff that I'm taking advantage of, and we can high five and let each other know that we took advantage of good stuff. All right, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, let me know if you have any questions. I'm here for you. The All Around Joe podcast, where we optimize your human performance from my personal experience as an athlete, coach, and all-around self-improvement champion. I will see you on the next one.